Granddad Business with Erin Caliber. That's my dad. Hello! Underpants? That is hilarious. You should mouth to rate and review this podcast or my daddy will go into a deep depression. Going down business with Erin Caliber. Yeah.
Boom. Welcome to Grow Dad Business. This is your co-host, Wendy Clyber, and I'm here with Erin.
This is great.
And Jason.
Hello.
And Jason's wife,
Clark.
my friend, yes.
Mrs. Clark and Mrs. Kleiber. Boom. Welcome to Grown Dad Business.
That's
I had
how
to
we
officially do it. I'd officially do it. Welcome to the Valentine's episode. Valentine. This is the Valentine's episode where we are joined by our ladies, as we say. This is how we talk to you.
Yeah.
This is how we talk about you when you're away.
Our ladies.
When we're away, we say our ladies.
Our ladies.
We appreciate that.
I'll say my girl.
No.
I say our ladies. It's our women.
Yeah.
Not like Vikings. Like, I'm not like, this my women. Like, and then we throw you against a rock
When we
in
were
a
in
cave.
South Carolina last week. That's how I started every conversation. Well, my lady is back in Pittsburgh.
My lady friend.
Down.
My lady friend.
So,
Yeah.
so this is the Valentine's episode, and we thought it would be a great idea to have our wives on. Great idea, right?
It is.
Super
the best
idea.
idea.
I have a
Wonderful.
Bob Barker mic right now.
You do.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Dom, our engineer, gave me some extra microphones, and this one.
It looks like the microphone that you would you'd plug into the old tape recorders. That's what it looks like. If you ever seen those small ones.
Like I'm interviewing a serial killer.
Yeah, you just like, hold on, I gotta press.
Like it's the
record
Law and Order,
play. You
Law and
gotta
Order
press
SVU, and then you press two buttons.
record and play at the same time.
And then
Oh,
there's-
hold on, I gotta flip the tape.
And there's always a close up of two fingers pushing the two
Dun,
buttons.
dun.
They're like, hold on, and they show the two buttons go.
Dun dun.
Yeah. Dun-dun. Oh hey, what's up, girls?
Hey, ladies.
I mean,
Hi.
ladies. So this is the Valentine's episode. We had to feed the ladies wine in order to participate.
Whoop, whoop.
Because Pinot Gris makes the moms go woo at midnight. It's not midnight, but it's late enough. We had to wait for my wife to put the kids to bed.
Yeah.
I helped. I
Great
said
job with
goodnight
that,
to-
Wendy.
Yeah.
Great job.
Good job. Good job.
But we have a little fire cat, and she, that's her name, so you get it. She loves going to sleep.
We sat outside for 10 minutes.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, 10 minutes. We texted you. Well, we texted you
My
because I didn't
phone
want to come busting in. No, it's
Was
fine.
plugged in, and we were putting the kids
no,
to bed.
No, that's fine. No.
No, we know how that is.
We just felt that we're sitting out there and we're like, I'm going to text them because we can't go busting in there and just blowing this whole gig. Like, because next thing you know, JC,
it's fine.
I'm here.
No, this is a fun occasion. We like hang out to begin with, but podcasting it is an interesting idea. I know the ladies are thrilled about it.
A little
'Cause
nervous.
They love to be centers of attention, don't you, honey?
We're such opposites in that.
I know, it's the
respect.
best. It's the cutest thing in the world.
This will probably be the one episode they don't listen to.
This is why we brought...
That's why I've already drank 2 glasses of wine. I'm
joke.
ready to go.
No joke, I think
2
we
minutes
have-
into the podcast.
And by glass, listen, these are tall pours. This is
They're-
a big pour.
they're
This
old
is a
lady-
big pour. This is a
That's an old lady Chablis glass. Speaking of Chablis, if you're in Pittsburgh, you need to check out our show, The Stand Up Get Down.
Yes.
It's this weekend. What's the date?
The 10th.
It is Friday the 10th at 10 p.m. At Arcade Comedy Theater, 10 p.m. Yeah, I already said that. It's our stand-up comedy game show. It's anniversary weekend also at Arcade, so that's going to be fun. And I'm also hosting the 8 p.m. show that's loaded with our basically the Arcade improv team, Player One, and also Baby Grand with our friend Missy Marino,
Yeah.
Connor McCandless. The best musical improv you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
And I know some people are like, what, musical improv? That sounds lame. Well, nope, they're really good.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't do it. So that's this weekend, and there's all kinds of other shows going on at Arcade, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what we're doing
Yeah.
this weekend.
And you're on a show Saturday.
The 18th.
Oh, next
The
week. Well,
18th.
forget it then.
The
We're not
18th.
even
Yeah.
promoting it.
I'll be on 2 shows on the 18th.
Oh.
We'll talk about that on next week's, I guess.
I mean, sure. You're on a show at the 18th at Hambones.
Yeah, 2 of them. There's a storytelling one where a group of folks get together, comics, improvisers, storytellers get together and tell about drunken stories from their history and their lives. So that's at 8, and then I'll be on the 10 o'clock, which is the monthly Rumble, which is a stand-up showcase there. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be doing that.
Well, if you're excited to see me abroad next week, I am in Reading, Pennsylvania, and Roanoke, Virginia, and
is Reading the Abraham Lincoln Theater?
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln Theater, and then in March I'll be in Dayton, Ohio, and Erie, and Albany, and Connecticut, all those places. So, honey, where are you going to be this week coming up?
Actually, this Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Throwing a birthday party for little Firecat.
That's right.
That's top agenda this weekend.
That's right.
Next weekend.
So if you want to RSVP and get tickets, go on Facebook.
Next weekend, I'm taking
littlefirecat.com.
the kiddos to Special Person in Me dance through their school.
That's
through
cute.
PTO. So busy
PTO.
doing mom stuff.
Dr. Jim, you're the best.
Yeah.
You're the best, honey.
Yeah.
PTO.
I'm caressing her right
PTO.
now. She's so sweet.
PTO. Why
PTA?
Why some schools say PTA, some say PTO?
Parent-teacher organization
Versus
parent-teacher association.
Why?
What's the difference?
Why the difference?
An association is official.
Yeah.
An organization
We're just
is
getting together
like,
and doing some shit.
Yeah,
We're
but
organizing.
an association is like you got to get a
Maybe there's less rules.
Is there
I don't
patches?
know.
a
An
road.
association,
You have to get
you get patches.
You have to get a notarized letterhead to join association.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
association. You have to have 3 references. One from your clergy.
Oh,
I mean,
is that what?
Yeah, and that's why.
Is that what constitutes an association?
Yeah, they start getting. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
So this is the Valentine's episode. Times. Now I'm saying times.
Tines.
Valentine's.
Time. Tine.
Tine. Tines.
Tines. He corrects me on that all the time.
This is the podcast, ladies. This is just me and Jason
Just
saying
throwing shit off
words.
the wall and
Yeah.
what sticks.
So we thought it'd be great to do an episode where we talk about how we met. Not us.
Yeah, me and Erin. Yeah, we're gonna.
How Jason
So
and I
one
met.
day, Erin walked up to me at the Arcade Comedy Theater and he said, "Hey, we should be friends." And I said,
"Do you like Beastie Boys?
I said, "I do.
Do you want to do karate in the garage?"
I will." And that's how it all started. We were standing outside of the neutral gender bathrooms at the Arcade Comedy Theater, and we looked at each other in each other's eyes and said, "Best friends activate."
Yeah,
And it happened.
that's what happened.
And then
Then we touched peeps.
Oh
Boom.
boy.
I just want to see what she says.
just the tips.
I like saying I like making my wife laugh when someone says something that could be a double entendre or something dirty. Should I give away this secret or is it our secret? It's really funny. So if someone says like say it's Easter time and you're like, I'm gonna stuff these peeps. I'm gonna stuff this peep in my mouth, and I'd quack.
Or I just say quack because I am
She can't
not
do that.
good at sound
So
effects.
she says quack. So when it's something like dirty, we quack, and then she laughs. So that's I don't even need to say anything. She just knows that's like, oh boy, that was dirty. Someone said something
Or
dirty,
you
and
could
now we're
interpret
laughing.
it as dirty.
Yeah, you could interpret it as dirty, sure. So that's what we're going to talk about. Valentine's. Do we have any like Valentine's? Do we ever do anything like super special on a Valentine's Day? Notice I don't remember at all.
Well, no, because the past, I don't know how many years you've worked on Valentine's Day. So
It is a big. Yeah.
You've done shows and made
Yes.
money, so you just come home and like.
And I am a comedian that talks about
Here you
marriage and
go.
children, so
There you
it's kind of conducive to.
Yeah.
I had a great Valentine's Day show maybe 2 years ago. It was with Terry Jones I did Valentine's Day with Tammy Pescatelli a couple years ago. That's right.
But it's like every day's Valentine's Day with you.
Aww.
You treat me so nice and so good.
That's what's
Drink
up.
some more wine.
That's what's up.
I want to hear
That's
more
what's
stuff.
up.
And we've never been really crazy about like gift giving or holidays, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've never been like you see some people and like and I'm talking like married for a while,
Yeah.
like we have been, and they're like, oh shit, like I forgot to get a card and flowers. My wife's gonna lock me out of the house, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, shit, I was busy. Like she knows that I couldn't. I'm like. And even I'll say, honey, I wanted to get you something. I'm like, today was crazy. Like, I just got home. And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and I've learned that over the years, if I want something or I have expectations, like I just spell it out to you. Sometimes I'm just like, handwrite me a note, or like, I want a card. That way I'm not like,
I want a car.
No, a card.
I know.
Right. I mean, that's how we are. I mean, we're the same way. I mean, it's always, I mean, we've never made a huge deal. I mean, I've always been like, well, let's just I'll cook dinner.
Yeah.
Well, I think you said, I think it was this Christmas, and they had a commercial on TV where the woman said that she wanted I don't know if it was a Ford or she wanted some car, and you actually looked at me and said, "Thank you for not being like that."
I said that to her hundreds of times.
Yeah. And that's real. And that's real.
No,
though.
matter of fact, it's more than that. It's been like, thank you for not being this type of woman. Thank you for not being this type of woman.
Yeah.
Like, you are pretty awesome and perfect. You know that, right?
Oh, Wendy.
I know.
Look at you two.
We're just going to drop the mics.
We're just going to turn our backs. We're going to turn our backs for 3 seconds.
gonna
just do what you got
This
to do.
might be a short podcast, everybody.
Yeah. All of a sudden,
we might
we've
need
got,
to end it
all of a sudden,
quick.
All of a sudden,
we might get this podcast over with because it's getting too juicy in here.
all of a sudden,
The room is getting misty.
all of a sudden, fourth kid drops.
Jason, you better slow
boy.
your roll, you
Oh,
son
boy.
of a
Say,
bitch.
you son of a bitch.
Jason's the son of a bitch of the week.
Wendy might
You
call
get
you
to
a son
keep
of a
the
bitch.
fourth one if there's a fourth one. We're going to send it to your house.
You're having
Well,
the
we're going to
fourth
have some
kid.
room here soon. But no, I agree with you. I mean, I think that, if you make it special and it's something that you do, and that's fine. But I think that Valentine's Day, I mean, you've heard it. I mean, it's a Hallmark holiday. I mean, it's something that people, it's created for a reason, and it's to drive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always going to look at it from the fiscal end of it. I mean, the financial end of it. It's, it's an opportunity for a lot of people to make a lot of money. And, I think that if you go out and you spend a nice night out, and that's something that you as a couple like to do, then, go do it and have fun.
Absolutely.
But if you're in the shitter because you didn't get a card,
I know. But
let's pump our brakes for a minute. Baby didn't get her diamonds on Valentine's Day. I mean, shit. I mean, the bottom line is we're grown adults. Honey, you want diamonds? Go buy your goddamn diamonds.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
go. You got the checking
that's,
account. Let's
that's
do
funny.
it.
Like, that's how we are, too. It's just like, what do you want? Go get it.
Yeah.
Right? Don't I tell you all the time?
And that's...
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm always reluctant to like go buy stuff for myself. Well, especially
like-
now, like when I'm in like mom mode, I'm like worried about the kids and everything.
I'm like, go get your nails
So
done.
every
Go
once in
ahead.
a
Like,
while,
I
I'm
don't care.
like, can I buy this or can I spend extra money? He's like, buy whatever you want. And then
Yeah,
I
I
get
don't care.
myself in trouble because I hear that voice in my head, and then I do
and I
some
never,
extra
but I
online
never say
shopping.
a word. I never complain about that ever. Do I?
No.
Nope. I don't.
No.
I'm like,
Why not?
whatever.
If you came home with, roses on Valentine's Day, and I knew that you spent $100 on roses, I'd actually be ticked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be like, shit.
Yeah, that's
Don't
true.
do that.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah, I just, I mean, we're the same way with Christmas. I mean, those types of holidays,
Absolutely.
it's just like,
I think I suggested one time, like, let's go downtown and get a hotel and go out to dinner. And she's like, no. Yeah, we ain't spending. We can do the same things in this house. We don't need to.
I'm like, that's like 4 bills we could pay that month.
Yeah.
Like, why?
But getting a hotel room downtown is like
yeah.
it's like a third of our monthly mortgage.
Sure.
We already paid for a roof to go underneath and make love in. We don't have to go buy a hotel room. Right?
But it is nice. It is nice to get away when
sure.
just make it special and get out of it. I mean,
When
you don't
when-
need that day. I mean, I think to me,
When whoever
if-
booked
if
me
I-
pays for it.
Yeah, if it's
There
on the-
you go.
Yeah, that's nice now.
Like dance weekend.
Dance weekend. I don't know how many times you said to me, "You're like, God damn it, man! If Wendy was able to be here."
I did say
You know,
that.
How many times
See?
we're walking, holding hands through the lobby? Because I mean, I want them to feel good.
Yeah.
and feel right. I mean,
Plus, I mean, I kind of provided the trip.
yeah, whatever.
He's gotta pay me back a little bit.
It's got to be something.
Mouth rubs.
But
something.
yeah, I mean, but we, sitting there eating sushi, feeding each other sushi in the restaurant at the hotel. I mean, but yeah, it's when you do it when it's not because it's supposed to be done that day. You know what I mean? Like if I walked in on a random Tuesday in the middle of June with flowers or something like that, I think that sort of goes a little bit further. It's a little different.
A little more spontaneous.
Yeah, it's
Right.
different. And so in other words,
That
you
makes
ain't getting
sense.
shit.
Yeah, I don't remember that
When's
ever happening.
the 14th?
So.
Oh, shit. back.
I used to do random day flowers.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
What do you mean you think so, girl?
It was a while ago.
It was
Let's
a
stop
long
putting
time
each
ago.
other on the spot.
It was before kids.
Let's quit trying to play ourselves.
I know. Right?
We're like, you remember that goddamn? You remember that time I
'cause
walked in with
Jason-
that bouquet and them candles?
Eventually, it's gonna start getting into them
Yeah.
going, well,
let's
let's break down when
Yeah.
you didn't do shit.
yeah. She's like, we're gonna throw this to the Epicast network, and we come back, the boys ain't gonna be here no more.
And then they're just gonna, I know. We'll come back from a break.
Yes.
No, Jason you make dinner a lot.
I love to cook, man. I can spend hours
and that
in the
is so
kitchen.
helpful.
That's
I would
what I
much rather have dinner made than flowers.
Crazy. And Wendy
Absolutely.
would probably prefer me to clean the house. But let me just break it down here real quick right here. So, no, I cook occasionally. I cook breakfast a lot.
You're the
But
breakfast dad.
sometimes I don't like when you cook because you're so much better than I am.
Oh, shit. I mean,
no. There's so many things you can do that I'm like, nope, no thanks. I don't want to make chicken parmesan. It's too much work. You know?
that's really not. I mean, that's quick. You can make that happen. That's a good dish, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Quick and fresh.
No, she
Chicken
cooks very
parm.
well. And now that I think about it, I'm like, oh, you'd want me to do like a bunch of chores. And I'm like, no, you wouldn't, because I would do them my way.
And it would not be
and
her
you'd
way.
be like, and you would go fix it. You'd be like, this is not how I fold clothes.
Yo.
I know. I
And
struggle
that's-
with the kids. I want to teach them how to do the chores, but
That's why I just lay back and like,
they don't quite
Go
do
ahead.
it the way I do
Do it
it.
your
Folding
way.
clothes
So,
is a certain way is important.
Yeah.
Everybody
So-
has their
I
system.
can't deal.
Yeah.
I
If
struggle
it can't be
with.
hung, I'm not pissing with it. I will hang a pair of jeans. I don't give a shit. I don't care. But you're right on the kids thing. That's where my kids have sort of fallen off of not being able to do certain things because they mastered really quickly, especially Jason, especially my son, that if he did it wrong, Dad was just going to take that shit over.
Yeah.
He learned really quick that if he's just like, oh, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I got this. I got it. I got to take care of it.
oh, you know what? I don't do. I'm like, I stand over the kids and go, okay, do it again.
Yeah.
Do it right.
I can't.
They learn it.
I'm so anal with certain things. You
we
know, so
we make them do it.
it's hard. It's
All right. Just so you know, we're not all hammered, and then my wife starts saying crazy stuff. So how did you guys meet? I'm gonna go with you guys first.
all right. So
You're going to
all
start.
right. So right now, I will tell you, we're on year 20. So this is our 20th year.
Wow.
Together.
Wait, did you just have your 20th?
No, our
year
20th
together.
Our 20th year together would have been now around this time. Is when we first 20 years ago would be around this time was I want to say our second time together was Alexis's birthday.
Yes.
So our second date was Alexis's birthday.
Oh my gosh, that's so
which
cute.
which Alexis, my daughter, is my legally adopted daughter.
Yeah.
Which Alexis was just turning 2 whenever we got together.
That's so
But
funny.
we
'cause
met
when-
at a wedding.
We met at a wedding, So the way this works out is we met at a wedding on June 8th, 1996.
Wow.
Now the reason why I remember the exact
We were freshmen in college.
date,
In high school.
Yeah.
Freshmen in high school.
June 8th, 1996. We met at a wedding. Melissa was in the wedding. She was a maid of honor to a mutual friend. So it was my best friend's sister that they worked together at a hotel downtown Pittsburgh. So I was there because I grew up with this girl, with this family. Their parents were like my parents growing up. They took care of me. They were great people, great family. And so I'm at the wedding, and I go to the wedding, and I'm sitting in the back. And at this point in my life, I'm kind of living the life. I'm doing the...
Well,
I'm-
it's so funny because as we get to know each other more and more, especially over the podcast, it's like I just picture Jason in this Camaro. What were you driving?
Trans Am.
A Trans Am, right, with your box cut.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
And I'm like, what are you wearing? Wranglers and... What do
No. I was
What were you-
I was the oak tree guy. No,
You were what?
I was the oak tree. The mall, like the high button collar with the vest, with the bat. Yeah, no, you
No
gotta know
way,
what I'm-
dude.
Yes. Oh yeah, no.
He's just really nice.
You looked like Joey Fatone.
Yes. yes.
Did you have a one hoop earring?
Yeah, I had a hoop and a
Of
diamond.
course you did.
I had a hoop and a diamond.
Of course you
How
did,
did
Jason.
you
I love you
know?
with all my
I
heart,
know,
Jason.
brother.
Of course
I know.
you did.
I know.
Oh my God! Of course you did.
So yeah, so no, I was not a jeans like that. That wasn't that guy.
Oh my
that
God,
was- so
dude.
So
You look like white Michael Bivins.
a little taller. I'm Ronnie. Can I be Ronnie? Can I be Ronnie? Ronnie's a little taller. Michael Bivins is kind of short. Ronnie Slick.
Oh my God.
So so we're at this wedding. Melissa's in the wedding. I'm sitting in the back of the church with a couple of my boys, and it was one of those moments. And when I tell this story, it was one of those moments that you hear about where everything else sort of misted, like a cheesy movie moment where everything else was blurred except for her. When she walked down the aisle, I turned to my buddy Johnny and I said, "That is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen."
That's so crazy.
Absolutely the most beautiful person I've ever seen. And so the wedding went on, and the whole time, I mean, the wedding's a blur. To me, it was just seeing you and watching you. And so then you just go, and then you go to the reception afterwards, and she's got a guy with her. She brought her boyfriend.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so
Of the week.
that guy. So we then did not see each other again until New Year's.
Oh, wow.
So the wedding.
And this was when?
This 96. 96.
Well, I mean,
So
how
June of
long was it?
96.
June to December.
June to December. Yeah.
Oh,
33rd.
okay.
So
Now, hold on.
Go ahead.
Pump your brakes, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
That's his phrase. So, did you meet him at the wedding?
We did, yes,
So
briefly
what was
on the
your
dance
meeting
floor.
at the wedding like?
It was very.
She didn't give a fuck.
Okay, you can put it that way. I
Sure.
remember meeting him on the dance floor, but nothing else. I really liked the guy that I was with.
Yeah.
And
That's right,
and,
so
and we
Sunday.
did go back the next day.
So-
You forgot that part. See, this is why
Well,
I'm here.
I didn't
for
know if I wanted to
correction.
go
We
into
know
that
why
because
you're
I
here.
got
Go
because
into
I
that.
went into my biker mode. Like people's asses
Well,
were getting kicked. That
yes.
dude was about to get murdered.
The guy that I was dating was a little materialistic.
Okay.
And he was kind of a punk, but he was definitely what I needed at the time because I had broken up with my ex-fiance.
Right.
And he was fun. And we went, the next day we went to Robin's house because she
Robin
wanted...
is the bride.
The bride.
Yes,
yeah.
sorry. The bride's house to open up gifts. She wanted all of her bridesmaids
yeah.
there. So we were there, and I had brought the boyfriend.
Jeez.
And Jason...
Is shit face.
He's...
I was.
But he was so funny. And I just remember
He
being in the
was. That's all
room
I
with
got.
him and he was hysterical. And I didn't realize it at the time, but my boyfriend was really irritating Jason. And he was being a jerk.
And not because he was with her. It was
Yeah.
just that I'm looking. So this
No,
is,
I get it.
So this
Totally
is my,
get it.
This is my family.
Yeah.
This is my family.
This dude who knows
okay?
no one.
I'm sitting next to grandma, okay, the
Yeah.
grandmother of this bride, and the father, and we're all in this room. And every time this girl opens up an envelope, this guy has a comment. The boyfriend. So here I am. I've got nothing to my name. I'm basically I gave them $20 for their wedding. I've got nothing. So when she's opening up cards, and this guy's like basically they're sitting on a floor across from me. I'm on the couch, and I could see him saying to her, "That's a joke. That's ridiculous."
Really?
You know what I mean? And I'm sitting there and I'm watching, I'm reading this
Wow.
dude's lips, and I'm getting more pissed. Now back then I had zero control.
He was just
like if
kinda
it was
like,
time
"Hey,"
to
like
if
being-
it was time to throw, it was time to throw. I didn't give a shit. I
Me
didn't
and Jason were
care.
the same person in 96.
I
Throwing
yeah,
hands.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
And so she leaves.
I'd fight him. Yeah, 96. I'd fight him.
She leaves and she goes up to the mother's house. They live in the same
Were
neighborhood.
you annoyed by him?
I was annoyed. I was embarrassed a little bit.
Oh, yeah, like,
I was
come
definitely
on.
embarrassed. He was being annoying.
Yeah.
But I had to grab my clothes from Robin's mother's house and walked
Gotcha.
up, not understanding what had happened, what had
So,
transpired when
yeah,
I
so
came
when
back.
so when she leaves, I'm sitting here and he's right there, like across from me on the wall, like 8 feet away from me. I got Grandma Montrose next to me, and Mom's put your earbuds in because it's gonna get an SFW right now. I looked at him and I said, "Hey, motherfucker." I said,
Spoiler.
"Yeah, spoiler, it's gonna get dirty."
Turn it off in the van, moms.
I said, "Listen, motherfucker, you keep running your fucking mouth. I'm gonna kick your goddamn head through that fucking wall. You understand me?" She walks back in the room, and I'm like, "Hey," like nothing ever happened. The whole room, Grandma Montrose, God rest her, right up to Grandma Montrose. She's sitting there like this. Oh shit! Oh my goodness, what's happening? And this dude, she comes in. He's like
We got to go.
Damn right you got to go. So,
But then here's the funny part.
Yeah.
I talked about him a good portion of the way home about how funny he
half
was.
the way home, she's talking about the dude who's going to bust your goddamn head open.
So, and you don't even know.
I had
No,
no
no
idea.
clue.
The
No
best.
clue.
No clue. And I don't even know. That's funny, though. When
is the
did you
best.
find out that happened? Was it from me?
From you.
From me. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
from you.
Oh,
Yeah.
he wasn't going to say he got punked.
Oh, he
Oh,
never.
no. I didn't know if it was a family member or whatnot. So anyways, so that day goes swimmingly. You know what I mean? Put a little self-doubt into this son of a bitch's head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I never, I was so impressed with her. Like, here's where I was in my life right then. I didn't deserve a woman like this. Like,
Right.
I could
We about to get to that
never,
part.
I could never be in the same room or have the responsibility of being with a woman like this. She's
Yep.
a class above me that I don't even understand. So,
Yep.
so out of sight, out of mind. It's over. It's done. It was, whatever. Beautiful. God, she broke. Oh my God, my heart. Like, she's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't be on that level. That can't be me. That's
Right.
who I'm a dirtbag. I'm a dirtbag.
Yeah.
So I go the next X amount of months. I'm still living my life. Me and my brother have a house. We're renting together. We're doing all the nasty shit that we do, having a good time, partying, living the life of two young guys, 20-something guys. New Year's comes. I have a plan that I'm going with my buddy to this party at a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have the $50 to pay to go to this. And I said to my buddy who had, he'd married pretty good and he was doing well for himself. I said, Tommy, I can't. That's $50 I don't have. He's like, I got you. I'm like, no, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, I get a call from the sister, the bride, her brother.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my boy. We grew up together.
Yeah.
That's my best friend. He says, hey, Robin's having a house party for New Year's.
Sure.
Boom. Hell yeah, I'm in. That's it. I'm in. That's it.
free.
It's free. I
Yeah.
don't got to pay shit. I don't got to bring a crab dip. I ain't got nothing. So the first question I ask is that little blonde going to be there? To Robin. I asked Robin that. Is that little blonde? I called right away. I got the phone with Bobby.
say
I
that
called
little
Robin. I said,
blonde?
is that little blonde going to be there? She's like, yeah. I go, she bringing that fucking boyfriend? Because I'm going to have to smoke him out in the backyard. So, right? So,
I don't know what that means nowadays.
yeah. Anyways, no, the boyfriend, they're not together anymore. Shit.
Oh.
Huh? I put 2 sprays of Polo on that night.
Wow.
I'm like, we gonna get it in.
Wow.
So I show up, and again, I'm nervous as shit. Like, I'm so concerned about being, but the
Just
whole,
to talk to this girl.
just to talk to her. And I was never like, I had been on dates where I walked up to girls in hardware stores and been like, hey, you want to go out Friday night? Like, I didn't have a problem with that.
Started. I know.
But I could
There's something
not,
about these ladies.
I couldn't approach
that
her.
broke us into piece like
I couldn't
into
deal.
mush.
I couldn't deal with it. So
100%.
So here's the best thing. Flip side, on the opposite end of the phone, she's asking Robin who's coming because she's going to hook her best friend up with this guy.
Oh, really?
She brought her girlfriend to hook up with
Now,
me.
wait a second. Now, why weren't you interested in him then? Why are you trying to hook up your friend?
Go. Say it. Say it.
He was a young punk.
Yes. Yeah.
He was 3 years younger than me. And
You have a child.
the last 2 times I saw him, he was drunk. So I don't have
going
time
on.
for that. So
Yeah, I mean,
like
again,
kindred
and what,
spirits.
I know.
where, so her mindset
Listen
is,
to Wendy, like how similar you guys
Yeah.
are.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I said
all
we're
of us.
kindred spirits.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Well, and that's what's amazing. Like, this, we've continually.
I'm just gonna say ditto.
Yeah, we've continually
Everything
done
he
this
said.
since we've been friends, and especially like going to South Carolina and a lot of the talks
Yeah.
that we had, just sitting there
It's
going,
like, what?
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just everything. But no, I mean,
He was more biker. I was more black. That's the only difference.
right. But then I became more black because I was just like, oh, Public Enemy, that's
Yeah,
dope,
right?
But to
This
Melissa's
is not. There's no derogatory. You know what we're talking about. Relax.
yeah.
Okay.
But Melissa's point, I mean, your thought was what?
Well, I'm a single mom. I need someone that's going to be responsible. I can't have a partier. I wasn't a partier.
Trans
I
and
was
drunk.
never a
Come on.
partier. No,
Right.
Yeah.
So I needed to pick someone responsible, and that
And you have a 2-year-old.
At that point, just one. Yeah, one. Going to be two.
Yeah, she was going to be two.
Wow.
Soon to be
Yes.
two.
Yeah.
So she comes to the party. She brings the best friend to go ahead and set up with me.
Okay, but how ignorant is that to your friend that you were like, I'm gonna set up this
Well,
drunk punk with my friend?
No.
Was your friend a little busted?
She wasn't busted. No. My friend was younger than me, and she had
She's
no
like, whatever.
responsibility. She didn't care.
So she's like,
And I kept
girl.
saying
She's
he's
great.
so much fun.
you would have a
Wow.
blast with him.
Very
Good
good
time.
looking.
Yeah.
Damn right. What you
He's
gonna do?
friends with them, so I
look
know
better
that he's
now than I did then.
he's
What?
Good,
He's a decent guy.
Yeah, he's a decent guy. He's just not for me.
Right.
And then
Yeah, my whole plan
This
that whole
happened.
night,
This
that
happened.
so the whole night, you got a house full of people, and my whole thing was all night. How do I position myself at midnight next to this woman so that I could kiss her? That was my
Damn,
game
son.
plan. That's all my game plan was.
Damn, son.
Like I don't remember really talking to much of anybody. Like I was just getting drinking, and
You're
I'm
just
like,
licking
I
your
gotta
lips
make
trying
this
to get ready
happen.
for the game.
Where's this gonna go down? How's it gonna happen? Like no one can be near her. It's got to be me. And then midnight came, and she was right there, and I gave her, and we kissed. I kissed her.
well, he
how did-
picked. No, I'm sitting in a
You've
chair.
got a better idea.
Wait,
on
didn't
that.
you guys get along all night? Or
We did.
We talked,
Talked?
but it wasn't like anything
I was-
really crazy. Not that I even thought that he was interested in me.
Yeah.
But see, at the wedding, I have to go back, and I have to say, after Robin got back from her honeymoon, she told me that had I come to her wedding single, I would have left with a date. But I never asked her about it because I
Right.
was dating the other guy, and I wasn't
right.
concerned. So here, I'm sitting in one chair, my friend is sitting next to me, and he's standing in front of me, and I'm not thinking anything about it. The ball drops, he pulls me up by my hand, spins me around, dips me down, and gives me a peck on the lips. Like,
Just a peck.
okay.
Wow.
I'm a gentleman.
Wow.
I'm a gentleman.
Wow. Bold move.
He goes upstairs, and I'm not thinking anything about it.
Everyone's hugging and everyone's kissing.
Right.
Just a kiss.
Sure.
Go up to the top
But you're
of this.
elated, aren't you? you had timber shivers.
But no, I remember I ran upstairs
Shiver Me
because
Timbers?
I wanted to wish, the family that I grew up with, and Robin
Sure.
and Bobby and everyone, and hugging her husband, and just welcoming the new year, and,
Right.
and then
And then I go up to the top of the steps to do the same thing. I'm not following him. And he says, "That was great. Let's do that again." He pulls me closer, he
Oh.
spins me around, he dips me down, and he kisses me again on the lips. And this is just
Jeez.
a peck on the lips, nothing crazy.
I had to wait for my
And
birthday to get a
I'm
kiss.
kind of shocked, and I think, okay, well, maybe he's just drunk again. And so
Wendy's punching me.
my friend looks at me, and she's just like, "Hey, wait a minute. I thought that you brought me here to meet him." And I said, I don't know what's going on.
Game
I
has
don't understand it." So we ended
Change
up,
your plans,
we
lady.
talked, we danced a little
we
bit.
danced a little bit. We messed with some.
What was
I remember
that?
being at the stereo. We were messing with some music
What was
together.
that? The KC and the
Casey and the Sunshine
Yes.
Band, it's just silly, just
Yeah.
anything we put on, dance music and have fun. So we sort of hit it off. I wake up, so she leaves, she goes home. We continue to party. I think I don't. Was that the shirtless night out? In
No,
the,
that was the Stairmaster night.
this
you
was
woke
Stairmaster
up,
night.
Yeah.
I woke up the next morning with this is crazy. I woke up with an ass cheek on each tread of a Stairmaster. Passed out, between my head between my legs, passed out, all my money gone.
As you do.
Everything.
Right.
My buddy stole all my money. Guys just do what guys do. Took all my money, took everything from me. And I wake up, and the first thing I did was I walked upstairs and went up to Robin, and I said, I need her phone number. I need to do this. So she gives me the phone number. And again, I'm at my house. I would dial down to the last number, and I'd hang it up.
Wow.
I couldn't.
But you have the balls to kiss her twice.
Yeah, but it was I guess you would say that would just be
right.
in the moment, whatever. But this is a big move.
This is real.
This is real. This is different.
This is real, hun.
And I couldn't get to doing it, and then I finally do it, and a man answers the phone.
Oh,
My whole game got thrown the hell off. This grown ass man, deep voice, answers the phone, and I'm like, that's not in my head. That's not how this was supposed to go. I had it scripted and everything. And I'm just like, and at that time, I probably called you Missy because everyone called you Missy. I probably did, maybe. No, I've always called you Melissa.
You've always called me.
Yeah. And I was just like, is Melissa, I just talked to Melissa, and he's like, I'm sorry, she's not here. Can I tell her who's calling? And I'm like, no, thank you. Click. And I hang up because I panicked. I'm like, holy shit. So this ends up being my future father-in-law, obviously. She's living at home with her mom and her stepfather.
Right.
So John goes upstairs, my father-in-law, and Melissa's giving Alexis a bath. And she says, who was on the phone? He goes, I don't know, some idiot that wouldn't leave his name. And to me, that was such a great moment because John was just such a great man. And I eulogized John. He died of brain cancer a few years ago. And I told that story in church about him, and his first impression of me was I was some idiot that wouldn't leave his name when I came calling for his stepdaughter. So a week passes, and I get a machine, and I'm like, hey, this is Jay. I went by Jay back then, I think. And
he did.
I did.
Yes.
I was Jay back in my hometown. Anyone from my hometown, they call me Jay, and they were like, hey, this is Jay. We met, at Robin's party, whatever.
On her parents' machine.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to go for it. I can't let this moment go by.
Yeah.
I almost got to the point where I was like, I'm not going to make this call because I was confused. I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And, I called Robin. I called the girlfriend. I remember that. Mm-hmm. Who the fuck is this guy? Why did a man answer the phone? She goes, oh, Jason, she lives with her mom and her stepfather. That was probably her stepfather, John. So I make the call. I leave the message. She then calls.
I get the message, and I get pissed at Robin for giving my number out. So I call Robin, and I'm just like, I said, why would you give my number to that young punk?
Boom.
He's a young punk.
Boom.
I can't have this in my life. And she said to me, she goes, Melissa, he has liked you from the day of my wedding when he first saw you. Yeah. Please go out with him one time and be nice.
Do me a favor, basically.
She's
like, I've known this kid since he was 8 years old.
Yeah.
Just give him just go out once, humor him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Humor him. He's down on his luck. You got thrown out at 19. Throw the goddamn kid a bone. Go to Hula Hands. So she does. She agrees to the date. We talk on the phone.
We talked for hours and hours and hours for days before.
Yeah, for days. It was
before
hours, man.
Like,
and I'm not a phone
3
talker.
hours, 5 hours. Yeah. We went on our date.
And
honestly,
Hula Hands, Station Square, holler at your boy. But the best was during dinner. And there used to be this club up in Parkway Center Mall. It was called Pete's Wildlife.
Oh, my God.
All right?
I've heard of it.
Yes.
Pete's Wildlife.
Listen, so my boys never wanted to leave Irwin. So if you live in my hometown, you never want. It's like
that's far.
You don't go through the tunnels. Are you kidding me? And my whole attitude always was, you get on the other side of the tunnels, boys. You can be whoever the hell you want to be to anybody you want to be to. That was my attitude. I wanted to party. I wanted to go have fun. I want to meet new people. Yeah. Well, so that was the joint. We loved going up there. Happy hour was from 7 to 9. It was $1 for anything. I'd put a 20 on the bar and go, give me 20 shots of Jack Daniels and a glass of water. Like, that's how I was going to party. We're going to do this shit. $20, I'm going to get jacked. And that's my DD. All right, I'm good. You're driving, son. I got 20.
That's so funny.
So she says to me at dinner, she says, hey, I got a couple girlfriends that are in town. Do you mind if we go up and meet them at Pete's Wildlife? And I just look at her and I go, that's a pretty goddamn smart move. Because if I'm an idiot and a total jag-off, you got an escape plan. Like, I called her on it. I'm like, that's your escape plan. And she just sort of looked at me. It was just like,
but what you didn't know at that point was when you came into the house and Alexis, my daughter didn't go to men. She just, she was apprehensive. And Jason came in and she was playing with a purple Space Jam basketball,
which I still have. And
that's so cute.
And spoiler alert, Alexis won't listen to this. I'll give that to her at her wedding.
That's so cute.
That was going to make me cry.
I've kept that. My son wanted to play basketball in the backyard. He picked it up. I said, you son of a bitch, you give me that basketball. That is my first time that I ever interacted with Alexis.
Oh, my gosh.
And
so Alexis, he got down on his knees, and he was just like, oh, you have a ball. And she went right up to him, rolled him the ball. And I knew that I would marry him at that second.
You walked out of the room.
Oh my gosh.
You walked out of the room.
Yeah.
And you went went into the kitchen with your mom.
Yeah. I knew
just like, wow.
that moment.
Because she was just like, yeah, come on. I was like, come to me. And so then I go up to my father-in-law and gives me this handshake, and he bro hugged me, which was crazy. I was like, oh shit. All right, that surprised me. So anyways, we dated. We went on 3 dates.
3 dates.
3 dates, and I just said to her, you know what? I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Didn't give me a choice.
No choice. And we're doing this. This is what's right. We have to do this. This is where we need to be. And we joke and we say that that we're a marriage of convenience because I lived with my brother who had then at this point got back with his high school sweetheart who had a little girl, and they bought a house that had 2 bedrooms in it.
Yeah.
And my brother's like, come on, dude, I bought this house. And me and my brother have been bacheloring it for a few years together, and we've had a good time.
Right.
And this girl came back into his life, and he's like, I got to show you this house I just bought. And he takes me out to this house in the middle of nowhere, this podunk piece, this town of just like nothing. And he shows me this house, and I'm like, counting the bedrooms. I'm like, wow, I'm not in this scenario, am I? You know what I mean? And then Melissa living at home with her mother, and she doesn't want to be in that situation. That's not healthy. That's not a good situation. She deserves to be out on her own. So we just sort of joked, and we're like, oh, I don't have a place to live. You don't want to be where you're at.
So let's
fuck
get
it.
married.
Let's just combine and get some tax breaks. I mean, I don't know. But and then you know, and I remember how long did we hold it? How long did we hold the story, the secret?
Well, we were engaged before the end of January.
Yeah.
And
okay,
we
rewind.
held
Remember what we said.
Eve.
New Year's Eve. End of January, we're doing this.
Yeah,
Wow.
we held that until almost the end of February.
End of February. We made it.
We had already picked out
month.
all the plate. Like we picked out everything
We
for the
had
wedding.
the cake picked out. We had the photographer. We had gone on the taste testing at the place we were getting married. Everything. We had it all done because we didn't want anyone involved. We didn't want them to say, pump your brakes. What are you doing? My mother tried to do that.
Wow.
And my mother,
of course,
you know, being my mother, whatever, she shouldn't, you know, but anything.
But anyways, we were married in October
we got married
of that
9
year.
months later. We got married 9 months later.
Wow.
And
but our son was born June 8th of 99. So
on the day that we met at the beginning of the story was June 8th, 1996. JC was born on June 8th, 1999.
I was graduating high school. Wow.
Yeah, but the fact that they were on the same date.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
6'8", and he was born. He was 6 pounds 8 ounces.
Yes.
Wow.
So you know, for us, you know, it's kind of interesting, and I'll wrap up our story.
Because we want to hear your story.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
It's gonna be part
too.
2.
Oh, come on.
Part 2.
No, we're all right. This is good shit. I mean, the thing is, you know, my daughter had asked me, she says, what would I do? What would you do if I came home and I said to you, I just met this guy and we're getting married? Because my parents' first time meeting her was as my fiance. Now, my parents didn't deserve anything better than that anyways, because they're, you know, whatever.
Right, yeah.
But how would you handle that? And I just remember my mom just saying to me that you basically...
Look at her shaking her head.
Yeah, my mom saying to me that, you know, that you're crazy, that this is crazy. This is just not the way that it should be. And you know, the thing that I would say is that if it's love, you're going to know. And you're going to know and you're going to feel it. And
not when you're 19, 18,
but then again, you know, you just...
Although, I mean, our daughter, she's been with Johnny since they've been, what?
In high school.
Yeah, they've been together
17, 18.
I'm talking about meeting somebody when you're 18. You're like, you know what? Let's get married.
Right. Yeah,
right.
I think that's where as a parent you'd probably be like, hey, let's talk about some things.
Right. Yeah.
But you come to me. So at that time I was 23. Yeah. I was 23 when we got married. You were 26. At that point, I had already been on my own since I was 19.
Yeah.
She had already been on her own as well. Then she had her child, and then she had to move back in with her mom, just because. But our scenario was different. I had already been living a life. I had already, you know, I knew what it was like to live in that world. I knew what it was like to have to try to put food on a table and provide for myself and my brother. We lived together. We both, you know, we shared expenses. So it's a lot different than some high school kid just coming out of high school and going, we're getting married.
Yeah,
some people make it work.
Oh, yeah.
They can make it work and get married that young.
Yeah.
But the over-under at our wedding by my mother was 5 years.
Yeah.
She was taking bets.
The bitch owes me some money because I'm at 20. I'm at 20.
That's so funny.
So we're celebrating our 20 years together. And it can happen. And, I actually told this story at the Moth in front of 500 people.
Yeah.
And I tell you, it was probably one of the coolest things that I've done performing when I had people come up to me afterwards. I had women come up to me and go, you had me crying.
That's great.
Telling this story. Because, I told it a little bit different, a little bit more emotional. But the thing for me is just love, man, is just so, for us, it's just so special for us. That's all we had. We were driving here tonight, and we drove past this place. It's an all-night, diner, hole in the wall in McKees Rocks. So I would leave her mom's house at 4 or 5 in the morning. Okay, I can't get this woman at some points to stay up past 9. Back in the day, she was like, I'm in love. So we would drive past. I would drive past this place in my Trans Am. Boom, right? Listen to Whammo. Gotta stay awake because I have to be at work at 6.
Oh my God.
I'm a construction worker. I gotta be at work at 6. I left our house at 4.
Yeah.
Right. I got a 45.
And we weren't sleeping. We were awake. We were just talking and just getting to know each other.
We still, 20 years later, we're like, huh.
Yeah.
I just found that out about you. We're always exploring and knowing more about each other. But I drove past this place tonight, and I would drive past it every night I left her house. I'm like, God damn it, I'm going to eat some eggs at that place one night. Yeah. And I drove past tonight, and I go, that place is still open. And obviously we knew we were coming over to talk about this tonight. And she just looked at me, and she goes, man, we just lived off love.
Yeah.
That's all we
true.
did. We lived off of love, everything that we did. So
we still do.
Yeah,
awesome.
that's all
that's
we.
Why we need a sponsor.
Yeah. Us too. And so for us to be at 20 years, and it's a very special year for us, and it's a very incredible time. It is a milestone. To say 20 years and only knowing each other. When I tell people this, they're just like, "You only knew each other for 3 weeks."
Yeah, that's crazy.
We just knew.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Love you, babe.
I love you.
Wow. Boom. Wow.
Top that, Erin.
No. Oh,
I'm just kidding.
No. I'm interested because she asked me on the way over, and I said, I probably know bits and pieces, but I don't know all of it.
Yeah,
This is making me so gooey inside.
So goopy inside?
Gooey.
Oh, drink some more. Let me get you some wine. I'm gonna step aside. You guys start. I can hear you. I'm gonna get Mrs. Kleiber some wine.
Oh, we got it right here.
Oh, you got it right between the. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I should know.
We got the gallon right here.
Oh, God damn.
There's a total of 6 gallons of wine here, and there's already 3 gone. Are you ready to tell a story?
Yeah.
Oh, so we were seniors in high school, and I've told a lot of people this story. I've said it on stage a couple times how we've been engaged and all that stuff. I don't know why, it just came out sometimes, but we were in high school, and we went to rival high schools.
Ooh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we went to rival high schools, and I went to the kind of ghetto high school. And, well, guess what? Now her high school is the ghetto high school.
Oh, my.
It got real bad. But we're not going to say high schools.
No.
But
it was kind of a blessing that we did go to different high schools.
She always says that. What do you always say?
If we went to the same high school, I probably wouldn't have given you the time of day.
Oh, that's 100% true, because I was class clown. I had a 1.8 my senior year. I was an idiot. I was running around making videos, being class clown. Doing the morning announcements with wigs on. I was a crazy person.
So no different than now.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much not much at all.
And I was a 4.0, quiet to myself.
Oh, top 5 in her class.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I was top 5.
Oh,
don't be
come
putting
on
that
with
out
your
there.
numbers.
Maybe top 20. I don't know.
No, you were 2, 3.
Anyway, I took multiple math classes, and that was my favorite thing. And I was kind of quiet to myself.
She took multiple math classes. Motherfucker, I was in business math.
And I was on the drill team in the band. That was about it.
Yeah.
But
she was on the Silks.
Sexy
silk girl.
Starlets.
People
Ooh.
don't know what that is.
Well, they do.
Color
They
guard.
do dances.
I'm speaking
Silks is
in
flag.
National podcast terms.
Okay, well, we were just the dancing group. We were the dancer group.
Gotcha. She was
Kind
in
of like the
dancer group.
Rockettes. It was
No.
the Starlets.
Oh, the Rockettes. Yeah, kind of like that.
High school version.
She was a captain.
Anyway, no, it wasn't.
She was.
Don't you be buttering me up for later.
We needed.
Oh!
If there was ever a time that we needed to have like some cameras set up
This would be it.
to make this an
Yeah,
actual,
this is weird.
turn that light
So-
back on.
What? Yeah, we just kept joking around. Like, we're just set
Anyway.
up our wives for a swingers party. So at that time, I was on the mend of not being a piece of garbage. So like I was going to church a lot, hanging out with church friends. I didn't sell weed anymore.
It's a bonus.
Yeah, no, I quit getting hammered. There was a couple of things I wasn't doing anymore. And so we went to like youth groups, like teenagers have like hangout groups at churches, and our 2 youth groups were friends. And they were having a special Sunday at her church where all the teenagers like run the service, right? So some of my church was visiting their church. And I went to church on Sunday, and it's like, oh, we're going to visit their church. It's like, all right, cool. They're having like a youth Sunday, like a teenager Sunday. So
And I had grown up in that church, so with being like a senior in high school, like I had helped like do the whole service and was like a big part of everything that was going on.
More of a
And
leadership role.
Yeah.
And his group came to visit.
right, yeah.
In come the hood rats.
Oh no.
Kind of.
Like the doors
Here come-
up to the sanctuary.
dirty homestead
And there
kids.
was Pretzko with a goddamn smoke machine.
He wasn't there.
Oh, he wasn't there.
He already moved on. No, but it was like the Bad News Bears, like walking in. It was, yeah. But no, so I remember, and dude, it was the same thing where I remember seeing her. And I remember seeing her big brown eyes and her smile. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it's funny because when you said it, she like punched me. I said, that's the most beautiful girl in the world. Yeah. That's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. And I go to my youth pastor and I go, I'm going to ask her out on a date. I'm going to take her out. He's like, get out of here. He's like, punch me. I'm like, dude. I was like, she's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to take her out. I got to meet her.
Yeah.
I got to meet her. And I remember they were doing this thing where you were running down the aisle, like singing and dancing. And I was like spinning. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. She's so like vibrant and full of like joy. She was so like, I don't know. It was just, oh my gosh.
I know I'm amazing. I
You
mean,
are.
You are amazing.
And so I waited for after it was over, and that's when I came up to you. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember. I remember like talking and you being so silly and
Didn't you say, you go, I just remember him being so funny.
yeah. But
That's
the one
it. That's
thing
the way of the heart.
but the one thing after that like little meeting.
Hold on. Don't go too fast.
Okay.
You're bad at
Oh
storytelling.
my gosh.
Going so fast. But what did I instantly start calling you? Because I could not remember her last name.
Oh, and I had no idea of this reference either until like later on you told me like what movie it was from.
So I kept calling her. How funny is it? Probably for a month, she did not know why I was calling her Wendy Peppercorn, which is from The Sandlot. It's the lifeguard from The Sandlot that Squints makes out with. He fakes.
She's never seen the movie.
I've not seen it.
Which is definitely different because most of the time I
thought it was
get
funny, calling her
Peter
Wendy Peppercorn.
Pan or like Wendy's restaurant. Like people will
yeah.
give
Wendy
me their
Peppercorn.
like
No, I
hamburger
dig deep
orders.
in comedy.
You know,
dig
I'm
deep
like
in the
heard it before,
Wendy Peppercorn.
been there, done that.
Yeah.
I called you Wendy Peppercorn for like 2 months.
So yeah, had no idea.
That's
at the
adorable.
So
time.
as he's calling you
that
this, you
was.
have no idea why he's saying this to you.
No, and I have no idea who he is either. Because the whole time another girl from the youth group, like he stole her name tag or something. So he just
Rita.
had,
Rita.
yeah,
It
he
was
just had,
Rita.
he just had Rita's name tag on.
And I kept introducing myself
Why?
as Rita.
And for whatever
That was who I
reason, he
was.
never told me his real name. So like, I'm like, oh, like
I was
I don't
like,
know.
Rita.
I
know.
remember
That's
meeting
not much of a
him
play
and
on
him
move.
being so funny, and
Yeah.
but like I had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
But I remember,
I was super nervous. And it was funny because
Yeah.
Jason said, like, I would, if I liked a girl, I'd just be like, yo, what up?
You want to
like,
hang out?
No
you want
problem.
to go do this?
I was probably fumbling like an idiot.
Yeah.
Because I just remember just thinking like, oh my God, I don't know what to say to her. She probably doesn't think I'm funny. Like, I don't know. Oh my God, like, I don't even.
I'm stupid. I'm
so
stupid. I'm so stupid. Just outside the church, just being like, I'm an idiot. This is ridiculous.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Well, he definitely left an impression because after that, like, since I was like the eldest in the youth group or whatever, like, I was like, oh, we should go to their church to do like whatever event. I mean, it was like towards the end of the year.
Look
We
at
had
her
nothing to do.
suggesting-
And
Taking the whole youth group on a date with her.
so then, like, we
because
went
of
to go
you.
visit their youth group, and I remember like hanging out with him.
We did softball and frisbee because it was during the summertime, and I remember that Sunday when we met. It's May 9th, 1999. That's when we met. Yeah, and it wasn't until like a month later that you showed up at. It was called Thursday Night Rec, and in the summertime. So like Thursday nights when school ended, like starting in June, we would go play like frisbee and softball, like in one of the big fields.
Okay.
You know, and you rolled up with your crew, and I think
Not that I ever played rec or like.
I know, right? But
or was any
hold on.
good at it.
But something about this girl, she was super competitive. You were always super competitive because I think you were always growing up in youth group. It was all boys.
There was a lot of guys in the youth group, and they loved to play like dodgeball.
I just remember you playing dodgeball and softball and going
to kind of get any attention or to get whatever. Like you need to go out and try to be like as tough as
That's so funny. I'm very competitive as well.
She's tall, I mean, she could rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like you were like. I just remember you like getting it like in like you. I was like, damn,
Wendy's
she
a
is
badass.
Yeah, like she is competitive. Damn.
Aaron's off to the side. Like,
I know. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
what you think I should do, boys?
Yeah. And
I just have this whole vision of Grease. Like Grease is one of my all-time favorites. But the whole idea of her with her youth group,
dude,
and
that's
you and you with
it
your
is Grease,
yeah,
dude.
and you with your youth group, and just like
it is Grease.
Yeah, summer loving happens so
Grease.
fast.
Like we went and got ice cream together. It's like groups and stuff. And
I do remember. I can't remember. Was that when I
don't know, but I felt like you were so open when we ate ice cream. Like it melted my heart, and I just felt like there was that like vulnerability there.
Yeah, we went out for ice cream with a group of friends, and I remember. Was it? Oh, so I was dating a girl then.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I kind of had a girlfriend. Kind of had a girlfriend.
Got a little twist.
Wendy's friends with her now.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Nice.
But I remember breaking up with her because of Wendy.
Yeah.
So it was Memorial Day weekend. Remember I met May 9th. And Memorial Day weekend, she like begged me to go visit her family, like come with her to like her family's like Memorial Day picnic.
Who?
The girlfriend.
Ex. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, I
No,
don't
no, no,
like
no.
you
that-
anymore.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's too deep.
At the Memorial Day picnic, I told her, I was like, I met another girl, like I want to date her like a lot. I was like, this is not working. How funny. Yeah.
I was dating a girl in the summer.
true.
In the summer of the year that we met, and she had some money, and she had a trip booked for the two of us to go to Cancun.
Oh,
I broke up with her on the Monday. We were leaving that Friday.
you're a son of a
And I
bitch. Who'd
left
she
her.
take?
She took like her gay best friend. She probably had a great time.
She also called our house.
She did.
Oh boy. So
She said she was an old friend of Jason's, or she
Oh,
went to
boy.
school together or
he
something.
owes me money for Cancun.
Yeah.
So we went out for ice cream. And then, I just remember just thinking, I'm like, this girl, I would never talk to this girl ever in my life.
Nope.
She's so smart and sweet and pretty. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is like, I don't know any girls like this.
I'm
that
a
would,
piece
like,
of shit.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit.
I am a piece of shit.
Aw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I thought he was so charming. I
I did
never
date
did-
nice girls, but she's
well,
on
I
another
never
level.
dated anybody.
But you're right. Like she's on another level. Like
Yeah.
she's like morally, like, so much better than me, smarter than me, like, more well-mannered, like, I'm like, who is this chick?
Yeah.
Like, I can't handle how, like, amazing she is. Really. And then, we talked on the phone for hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember getting in trouble because we only had a phone in, like, the kitchen and in the basement.
Oh, yeah.
And then my parents finally got rid of the, like, one with the, like, the cord attached, so you're, like, stuck to the wall. And it was, like, finally, like, a cordless phone.
Right.
And I would get in trouble because it would, like, be in my room because we would just, like, talk and then just, like, fall asleep. And I'm like, please, can I get a phone in my room?
Oh, yeah, and you would get in trouble because the cordless phone would die in your room.
I think after, that, like, June, after I graduated, like, one of my little, like, graduation gifts was those, like, see-through phones.
I had the same exact one.
I wanted the see-through phone, and they got a hookup in my room.
Do you remember I had the same exact one?
Yes.
I had the same exact one that I
Yes.
stole from the video room when I graduated high school.
You piece of shit.
Well, because I was the senior producer, like I was in charge of like the video production
You were the
department.
AV guy.
Yeah, because I made videos and stuff,
Yeah.
and I stole the phone right out the
I was
damn
the
room.
AV guy too.
Which I laughed
Dude, I
because...
stole the room. I stole it out the damn room.
Yeah.
The last day of school, I was like, mine. I took a lot of
Which
shit.
I laughed because when we first
I think I filled my
met,
truck up with shit.
we like talked and talked and talked and talked, and it's kind of funny now after being married for what, like 13 years.
Yeah, now I'm like, all right.
We're like, hello, okay, I'm on my way.
See ya.
This is what's for dinner. What time is your audition? This is what the kids did. All right, bye. It's like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because, people say, like, you don't, like, call your wife and talk? And I'm like, we know everything.
Yeah.
Like, there ain't nothing to talk about sometimes.
You catch up.
Yeah.
I mean, you catch
Right.
up on your day and what you've done.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like get to the point and we got to move on. And
Yeah.
we gotta,
Yeah.
I get it.
But we, so that's how we met. And then we went out for ice cream as a group. And then we went on a double date. Was so funny to me now. And we got in a car accident. Remember? Oh my God, that was way later. I'm sorry.
No,
that was way later.
no, they were kind of
No, that was
close,
later
but
in the
it was
summer.
movie dates.
That was way later
that we
in the
went
summer.
with. We
I'm
went with
sorry.
friends.
I'm sorry. We went with our married couple who's married now with 3 kids. But they've been dating all through high school, friends of mine. So Wendy just said she's so drunk.
That's the greatest.
the best.
This Grown Dad Business is brought to you by Degrees.
When you need your lady to relax a little bit, go with the grease.
Do you want to do drunk history? Tell me about JFK and Robert F. Kennedy.
No, I'll do the sponsors in a minute.
Oh, okay. So,
What are we sponsored by tonight, Wendy?
who are we sponsored by tonight?
Dino Nuggets.
Dino Nuggets are the shit.
They're the best.
So look,
Still a
Kiwi
lot
Arbor Mist.
Arbor Mist.
So we went to a double date with our friends, and they were already a couple, and that was when we first held hands.
No, I don't think it was the first date.
Yes, it was.
No,
that
because
wasn't
I
our first
remember you
date.
calling me after the date saying that you were nervous to hold my hand. And I didn't know what to do, so I didn't try to like hold your hand
but
either.
We went with our friends to see
is just so
Austin
sweet.
Powers.
It was so cute calling each other after we went to the
This is-
movie and him
Hold
being
on.
like, I wanted to hold your
It's
hand.
awesome.
We did hold hands.
But not that first one.
Austin Powers, yes, we did.
Or did we just touch like pinkies? Like, 'cause they
I'll
were
tell you
nice.
exactly what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. We did the pinky lock in the movie theater. We did the pinky hold hands.
Yep.
And then I remember we went out the side exit towards a parking lot, and I walked right next to you and grabbed your hand, and we walked to the car like that. And we held hands like this until we got dropped off. I do remember that.
That's hot.
And then...
It's the cutest.
That
Well,
was
I remember the
cute.
second. I remember the
look at
second
it.
movie. Well, I think it was the car accident
Mrs.
movie.
Clark just shot me the eyeball. She did.
Watch
That
yourself.
I pushed my hand closer to yours, and we held hands actually during
That's
the
nice.
movie.
That's right.
Nice.
I think we did.
And then I also remember that, like, a month later, that I got my first kiss on my birthday. I remember that. It was in July. I remember that.
Yeah.
But that's how we met.
Yeah.
And we got married 5 years later. 4 years. 4 years later.
But you both were in a
Yeah, we
completely
both-
different place. But
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
an awesome
And we both
story. I
were, like,
love it.
going to college
Right.
But it was like we never turned back. It was just like we kept hanging out, we kept dating, then we were like.
And I went to our college. Well, we went to different colleges our first year, and then we ended up transferring to the same college.
Okay.
Because we both wanted to work with kids, and so we went to the same college, go major in that. And because I went to school for film and acting my first year, and she went for like education kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And what was I gonna say?
Don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
So you guys both came.
But we went through college.
Oh, no. I was saying it's always like that. It was always like that. I mean, when I went to college, like, I met nice girls, and, but I always just like, no.
Right.
No, that's my girl.
That's
like this. Like, I knew I was not going to find anything better. No way. Still haven't.
And he was the absolute best.
I've been looking.
When he
Erin.
proposed, I found out later, like, his whole side of the family knew. He had already asked my dad at whatever point, like, going over my house, like, he asked my dad. He set up, he told me he was, this was like Christmas break. I don't remember what, 2002.
It must have
Yeah,
been.
because it was a year. We were engaged for like a year. So it was like Christmas break 2002.
Yeah.
And
I played hockey in college.
Yeah, he ice skated really well, played hockey for a while, and he was like, I was always scared to go like ice skating.
Still don't know how to skate.
So he was like, I'll teach you how to ice skate. So we're like out for a little bit in the morning, and then we get to the rink, and he's like, my friend has tickets, so we don't have to pay. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whatever. He's such a good
Aaron
talker,
Kleiber be
smooth
hustling.
talker. I'm
Yeah,
like,
hustling's
whatever.
hard.
We get
never
our
pay for no goddamn ice time.
we get our skates on, and I'm like, it's really okay. I didn't notice this until later, but I'm like, it's really empty in here. We get out. There's nobody. Nobody. Like, I
whole
thought
ice
this was
rink.
like a public skate.
Nope.
Nobody on the rink. So he's like, come on, I'll teach you how to
Because I
skate.
rented this shit out.
So he kind of takes me on the ice, and I'm like trying to like figure out how to skate. And then all of a sudden, my song, right?
Oh,
Is that
you
the name of
took
it?
us-
Your song. Your
You took
song.
us right
Sorry,
from,
I'm drunk.
You took us
drunk.
from Happy Gilmore.
Don't say that, because that's not true.
No, I know it.
So
Shit
my
didn't
song,
exist.
and it's like the Moulin Rouge version,
Yeah, it's Elton
starts
John's Your
playing.
Song.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
little bit funny.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
We had to
song.
pay for that. We have to pay for that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's her favorite song.
Disco ball comes out, lights go down.
Lights, slow song. Lights.
I'm like, what's
What the
happening?
yeah.
What's happening? He takes me all around the rink and then
Skates her around.
skates me to the center of the
Like
rink.
couples. We're about to get the silver.
And then he gets down on one knee and like
Yo, I slid up in it. I set her at center ice.
and proposes.
And I slid on my knee.
And I don't even remember. Did I say yes? I don't remember. I just remember melting
said-
into a puddle and just like falling in the middle and just like crying like
She said
everywhere.
yes and fell over sobbing in the
That
middle of the
is
ice.
lovely.
And the staff of the rink, remember, there was like 5 of them. There was like ladies there. They're all like, woo, they're all clapping. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
It was
Oh.
the
That was
absolute
a wonderful proposal
That is
story.
It was the absolute sweetest.
Aaron's
That
a
is-
baller.
I was a
But then
straight-
later-
I was
demanding.
I
He
was
had a Trans Am
demanding.
and 2 earrings.
I was demanding, motherfucker. I was dressed with a vest on from Oak Tree, Monroeville Mall. Holla at your boy, and I was just like, "You gonna marry me because you got no other options."
Though I must
I
say,
made you
I
dinner.
still don't know how to ice skate, so he never really taught me how to ice
okay.
skate. He just
Alright.
tricked me
20th
to
anniversary.
propose.
Tricked you.
Yeah,
Got him.
that's a wonderful story.
That is a very
You guys
nice
have a great story too.
Yeah.
I love how they're so different, but we're so similar.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Wendy,
crazy.
I'm learning more that we're even more
Oh
alike
my
than we
gosh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
realize.
tell him all the time. Like if we went to the same school and you tried to like come at me with your
She lied.
personality and whatever, I'd been like, no.
I've made the comment. I had some discussions with my father-in-law, and just knowing some different things, and I probably would have like maybe wanted to go out once with you, and just sort of. I don't think we would have at that time of our lives in
Oh,
high
no,
school.
definitely.
I wouldn't have
Yeah.
liked who you were, and you wouldn't
Absolutely
have, you would
no.
have loved who I was.
No, I was kind of a bitch in high school.
Yeah, that's what I understand. That's what John told me in not so many words. God rest his
I
soul.
was mean to him. Yeah.
John
I'm
was
sorry.
like, she was a handful. All right, you got the better end of the deal. All right, you came on at the right time.
I just remember her dad always telling me, "You better treat my little girl good. Be good to my little girl."
What was okay?
Saying that a lot.
Just a question and answer time now.
Yeah.
When you went to the father, because I think that's something, and I don't know if that'll be something that I'll have to deal with. I mean, I would imagine, yes, I would. I would imagine.
Yeah,
I mean, it's implied
right.
that my daughter and her boyfriend are probably going to get married. We hope so. We love Johnny.
love him.
He's the best.
Love him.
But
I don't know how much of
Johnny
a
Asker.
thing that is anymore.
yeah, I don't know. I've seen some discussions on that, and I mean, I don't.
I didn't even
I don't need
know
to-
to do it. I just kind of was like, "Oh, this is what you do."
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You know, it
Like
just
for
made
me,
sense.
I mean, obviously our situation is completely different. And at that point, I was a grown man living on my own. I was gonna do whatever the hell I wanted
Right.
to do.
Yeah.
I didn't need to go ask for permission.
Right.
But
Well, John didn't come into my life until I was
right,
16.
it's a little bit of
so
a
it's
different situation
different.
where it
Well, it's a
wasn't
little bit
it wasn't her
different, too. Like,
father.
I was very.
But I do love that idea. I love that idea
And
of
you were
of
already a
asking.
mom.
I was, yes.
So, like,
I was
Very
an
different
adult.
situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
different. So I going to the father, and I don't know if it's necessarily like. For me, I don't think it's. I'm not giving the kid the answer. I don't think he'll listen to this podcast. But I don't necessarily need anyone to come to me and say, "Can I have your permission?" Just come and let me know this is your intentions.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I think it's kind of weird for me to think that you would have to ask because
Well, times
Right.
are different
times
now.
are different. Yes. I agree.
Yes,
I
yeah.
agree. But I mean, the whole idea of going to the father and asking that permission and talking to him. I mean, obviously, you're saying you not necessarily were like, "Can I marry your daughter?" It was like, "Listen, this is what I want to do."
Yeah, it was a thing, and I kind of did ask him. I was like, "Is that okay with you? This is what I'm planning on doing." And it was so funny. It's such like her dad, where I was like, I'm renting an ice rink, and
You
blah
had it
blah
booked.
blah.
You're like, "I got this shit booked."
Well, it's funny. He gave me money,
Yeah.
Oh.
and he goes, "Oh, what? That's like," and he's like, "Here, take this." I think he gave me like $50 or something like that.
He's like, "I'll go get you a disco ball."
Yeah, and I was like, that's just how he is.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like it cost me like $150 or something. I'm like, all right, I'll take that, sure.
Yeah.
That's just how he is. It was just a thing. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know.
But at that time, that's how I grew up. And my parents, even when we
It's
got
very
engaged,
traditional, yes.
my parents were very,
Oh, yeah.
and I was very traditional, like with all kinds of stuff in our wedding. And my parents were like, you can't get married until you're both done with like college. Like they felt
That
like
was their
we
I
one
both
think
needed to
that's smart,
finish.
though. That's smart.
So
Well,
he needed to take an extra semester. So he finished in like mid-December. So I was like, okay, let's get married like New Year's Eve. And Aaron's like, I don't know, that's kind of corny. So
Like,
I was
I
like,
was literally-
what's the last Saturday in?
I was literally
in
walking
December. So yeah, we have like a super late December wedding just because I was like, we
You're
were like,
"Let's
we
do
just want to
this.
get
Let's
married.
do
I
this."
graduated.
But I
like,
want to also like respect my parents and what they asked. So it was like the
Right.
week after he was done with
seriously
his
graduated,
finals
like December 14th,
in December. Then
and we got married December 27th.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
but we planned that.
Yeah.
We were like, all right, I'm graduating in December, so we'll be done. So, and I always make the joke. I still to this day, people are like, oh, you got married young, and I was like, I was tired of driving her home. Like she wasn't on a sleepover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we don't play that. You
Yeah.
know.
Right.
and I feel like we're stronger in some respects because we've
Yeah.
grown up together.
Oh, my
Jesus.
gosh.
And we've done so
we
much
look at our
together.
lives-
Up
I mean, we look at our
Mm-hmm.
lives now, and I mean, you joke about it all the time with me. You're just like, I always forget that you have adult children. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That we have a 23 and a 17
crazy.
year old. But we sort of look and say, you know what? We stayed at home. And
Yeah.
now as adults, we do a lot more different things.
Yeah, we do. It's flipped
It's
for
flipped
us.
for us. Now
Yes.
we're like living that
Now
life.
we're going
Yeah,
out and doing
You know,
things.
but if you're young and in love and that's the path that you are going to take, then I mean, I say go for it.
Okay. I guess so.
Yeah,
I'm much more like
go for it.
relax and get to know each other. I know, man.
I think
If I
it
would've
depends on your
listened to that-
age. It depends on your age and life experience.
It's life
You guys were
experience is
adults,
everything.
though.
We were a little bit different. I've
were
been on my own
Yes.
since I was 19. Like I said, she had already had a child and was living that life.
You were
so it
booted
was
out
a
of your
little bit
house,
different.
living
Yes.
as a grown man.
Yeah.
She was a grown
It was a little
woman
bit
who has
different.
been
It
through
was a little bit
childbirth.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I
you
was
were
on my
grown.
own for a little while.
Yeah.
It was
I
not.
moved
It
back
was not the
because I had
atypical.
Alexis.
Oh, we're in love and type
No,
of
we
thing.
were straight up in high school.
Yeah.
Oh no, we
Right,
were
no, yeah.
babies in
Yeah.
high
Oh,
school.
absolutely.
We were kids.
Of like trying to
So-
figure it out. That's
But
why
at
I
the same
think it was
time,
good we
I
waited till
can't-
after college.
I can't argue with someone that comes in.
No way.
I mean, I'll have a logical discussion with you, but if you're in love, you're in love.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't fight that, man.
I don't think a lot of kids know what love is nowadays. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And I think it depends on the child too. I mean, Alexis is so much more mature than I think.
Sure.
Than
Than every 23-year-old on the planet Earth.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes, she's different.
Oh, your
you
daughter
know?
does
She's-
not seem like she's a 23-year-old.
No,
She's a
She-
35-year-old woman.
She need to
No,
put those
but she-
goddamn dishes in a dishwasher, though.
that's true.
Boom. That's how we do it. Son of a bitch of the week. Alexis put the goddamn dishes
Just happened
away.
today. Just happened today.
I tell you what.
Thank you, ladies.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Ladies,
This was fun.
that was awesome.
This was fun.
I was
love you,
nervous,
honey.
but
I like talking about love,
nice.
drinking some wine.
It's even better.
That's what it is. Ding, ding.
We can do that more without podcasting
That's how we're going to
too.
end it.
You know,
That's how we're going to end it. Put our microphones. We're going to
We
cheers.
have a little toast
hear
for
it?
everybody.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
We did it, bud.
It's a good time.
That was
It
good.
was fun.
And thank
Happy
you for
Valentine's
listening.
Day.
Yes,
Yes.
happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is coming out.
YOLO, eat lots of candy.
Oh, shit. She dropped YOLO.
I mean, how was your cool?
Yeah.
Epicast.